Yo, what is going on, guys? Today, I thought I'd bring you another video of just some of the trades that I took from this past week. Just my thought process behind the trades, why I took them, and what confluence I had on my trades. So here's the first one here. We have a double top here on the 3-minute and 5-minute time frame. We're having bearish divergence. If you go into the order flow, when I was looking at the top side of the range, I was seeing when we came to the top here, we had very aggressive selling right in this range here, and sellers were getting rewarded because the price was going down. We came back, retested this level perfectly, and we had continuation down from this level. We're above the value area high right here, which is what this orange line was. So I was looking for us to come trade back into value. And then this is the local level that we regained to take us up to make this high. So I was looking for a loss of this level for the retest to take the trade. And you can see I got filled here and here. I took two separate trades. One's was a 2.5R trade or something like that, which was to the most reasonable target I had, which was the 3-minute and 5-minute swing low. So I was looking for a low to be created lower than this low, which is what I got filled on right here. And then the other trade I took for the majority of my position was for 3.5 risk to reward, which was targeting this swing low right here. So basically what you'll see is after this happens, price continues down, and then basically we come back in reverse here. I'll skip ahead just so I can show you. So I move my stop loss to break even up here after seeing all this absorption down here, and then this ends up being a good move, gets stopped out here. We'll skip ahead. Okay, so we see here we had this big wick. I got stopped out at break even here. We came back, traded in the range, and I'll show you where I took this trade. So after I see us come up here, the only way I can re-enter on this range is if we make a new high and then we re-lose this level here. Right now, the price went up and completely squeezed all these people on a stop run and then starts immediately trading back in the range, which is something that is very bearish. When you're breaking out here, you want to see a lot of volume coming in and backing the move, not immediately retracing back into the range aggressively. So I was actually at this point looking for a short again from the same level. As you can see, I'm just kind of waiting here for us to come back down here and confirm that we're going to re-lose this level. So now we've already started losing the level here. So I re-enter here. And then from this range here, targeting this swing low, and then my original position down here. And what you can see is we came back into the range here, almost took me out, but ultimately kept continuing down. Took out my first take profit, and then I have my second one down here. Takes out my second take profit, and I still am holding one unit as a runner. Not quite sure how long I held on for this for. Okay, so at this range here, I was actually looking to add on another unit to this trade for a rejection of this level. And basically what you'll see is that we do reject from this level, but eventually it just trades back and I have my trailing stops right here. So I get stopped out on my position fully here shortly. So it comes up, stops me out on both of them. Okay. So overall, I think it was a over 3 risk reward trade after everything that went on. So it was a good trade. Let's find one of my other ones here from this week. I think this one here. Okay. So let me start back over here and say, okay, we made a new swing high. Okay, we failed right here to continue the move up, and now we're losing this important level here, which, so I was looking for a trade back on the retest of this important level, which you can see it retested it right here on my entry. I have one TP at this level that made new lows here, and then I have my second TP at this other important level here. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing on the price action. I'll pull up, I'm pretty sure I pull up the order flow right here because we just saw it right as I was opening it. And what you'll see is at the top of this wick, we have tons of activity at the top of the wick, right? Lots of buying here, lots of buying delta here, but ultimately the wick it wicks down on everything, and then we have aggressive selling here. So the aggressive selling at this point is being rewarded, and the buyers that were at the top side of this range are not being rewarded. Okay? So we're seeing confluence between the order flow and the price action. This is me just looking at the other time frames to see what I'm seeing on the 4 hour. I am seeing bullish divergence here, which on the 4 hour, which isn't necessarily a good thing for my position here, but I'm also trading on the 3 minute. See, it comes down, takes out my first take profit here, and then takes out the second one. Looks like I had 2 runners. Honestly, I don't even remember how long I held on for the runners for. Looks like I'm getting filled on one of my remaining runners, unless I get front ran. Yeah, I got filled up here. I don't know what risk to reward that was. Let me see when I hover over it. 7 risk to reward on one of my units here, and then I just pretty much trailed my stop with my last unit here. Not much more to talk about on this trade. Same idea. You make a new swing high or swing low, you have a failure, and then you trade from an important level that gets lost or regained after that point. And then using confluences of order flow and divergence. I'll pull up one last trade here. Let's see. I think this was 5/22. It's Friday. Okay, same thing. We made a new swing high. We failed to make to keep going up here, and then we re-lost this level, which is the level that took us down. Yeah. To be honest, I don't remember exactly what happened or if I show the order flow here at all. Doesn't look like I showed the order flow at all, but I can't show you exactly what I was seeing at the top side here. But from a price action perspective, okay, I drew a bubble here. So we had aggressive selling or at this point here, and that's why I got in on the level here. So we had this also is a rejection point. Looks like we gained above it, and then this isn't initially where my stop loss was. I think it was up here, but I moved it to up here as we made this big wick down, candle down. And then in my first TP here, I don't remember if I get fully filled at the bottom here. Looks like I do. And then I'm just trailing 2 units here. And actually, yeah, what I remember is I get stopped out on both these remaining units as on trailing stops. Stopped out right there, and stopped out right there. So overall, all of these, the first 2 trades, the second trade was over a 4 risk to reward. The first one was 3. I think this one was around 2.9 because I didn't get filled on a lot of my units down here. I got filled on them, up in here. But overall, a bunch of good trades from last week. Basically, the main confluences are you want to see loss of levels or gain of levels if you're taking longs, and then have some sort of order flow or divergence confluence. Looks like there's divergence on this one as well on the 5-minute time frame. And then using those, you could use CVD divergence as well, which I talk about in my other video. But this is just one of my main setups that I do for gains and losses of levels, and then just using order flow as a confirmation. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, drop a like, and have a great rest of your guys' day.